Hey folks, thanks for checking out this video. In this video we're going to go over about 40 upgrades that we've done to our travel trailer here that make it something that we really enjoy, not only for campground camping, but also off the grid, just going out and doing your own thing and not having to rely on anybody else. So to kind of go over those things, I'm going to start here on the outside. The first upgrade that you're going to see pretty obvious right now, since it's dark outside, are these giant floodlights added up here. Originally this trailer came with like an entry light that was like amber, and we also had one up here that was called like a security light, and they were just nothing but just a glow on the side of the trailer. So picked these up off Amazon, about 40 bucks a pop. They're just some nice LED floodlights. Along with that, everything on this trailer is LED now. There's no more incandescent bulbs. So yeah, went ahead and put those up there. I'll shut those off because I'm going to show you another cool light that I added here. So that's when you're trying to see stuff in the campground, get stuff set up, whatever you're doing here. Turn those guys off.
Woohoo!
Add a little switch out here, so now we have some nice blue light up here and a light over the steps. So if it's dark outside like it is right now, you want to get outside your campground but don't want to really necessarily make a whole lot of light, or maybe the middle of the night you can just leave this on all night. You have your steps lit up just enough that you can see them. You're not going to trip and land on your face in the middle of the night. Another cool light I'm going to show you real quick. Pop that guy on. It is more of like a security light, I guess, so to speak, just without having to have your floods on. This is a white light underneath there so you can really see your steps. And there's also another light underneath the slides on the other side. So we'll head over there, take a look at it. And under here, you can see that there's a whole white light glow happening down there. And that's from that light that's underneath. It's just a simple 3M backed LED strip, but works great. Also along the side of the trailer, you'll see here that we have 4 solar powered motion lights. So they are fixed to the side of the trailer. They got a little solar panel on top. Probably can't see it too much in the daytime unless the camera gets here to look a little closer into it. See like the little solar panel on top, and it's got 3 settings. There's like a high, a low, and a motion. And then on the side of the trailer over here on the slide, this guy is actually a motion light, so it's got a little motion detectors either side. It's controlled by a switch on the inside, just about on the other side of my hand here, next to the inside light on the wall. But you can turn this on so it can give a little more light around the area around your trailer. So if you hear some funny noises, like you want to investigate those frogs over there, you can flip that light on and take a closer look. Also, right up here, so you can see the lights, the running lights are on the trailer right now. Up here next to the battery box, there is the plug that we placed up here. So when you're not plugged into your vehicle, you can plug in and run your running lights with this little switch right here. Plug in, and this will run all the running lights on the trailer. So following me, we'll kind of point right. You can see like you got your high, low, as well as your brake lights back here. Well, these are just the running light portions of them, but everything is LED. So these have all been swapped out to LEDs. We got this little rack back here that carries the generator. The generator is on a remote control. This is a generator upgrade supply company. I'll show you inside. There's a remote so you can start, stop. And I'm going to go up to the roof and show you some things up there. Get halfway up here, and the cameraman will hand me the camera there. Thank you. So we got the Max Air vent covers. So these guys here will allow you to leave your vents open or closed when going down the freeway. If you leave them open, don't have to worry about the tops getting ripped off, or if it's blowing, rainy, whatever it is. Those things are awesome. Nothing comes inside. There's 400 watts of solar panels up here. Here's the Lone Ranger by itself, and just forward of the air conditioning unit are 3 more 100 watt panels, and of course the other Max Air unit. And then this guy here, I'll show you inside, but we were not using the TV antenna, and we are ham operators, so we have a base station inside, and that just stands up to give us about 6 feet over the height of the trailer. All right, camera lady. You climb down far enough to hand this to you.
Okay.
You got this? There we go. So we're about to go inside. I'm going to show you the best upgrade in this trailer and safety. I'm going to show you out here one of them because the other two are inside. Open the door. Fire extinguisher. Here's one right here. And when you open the door, first thing you'll see, second fire extinguisher. And then just right here, here's the original one that came with the RV. It's a fairly small fire extinguisher, but can never be too safe, and you can never have enough of those guys if something was to happen. So if you come halfway in and look down here towards the, we're going to move to the master bedroom area first. So if you look down here, there is a little safe that we've installed there. So for reasons that you may or may not need, you can put cash in there, or you can put your protective things to keep your family safe right in there. We also, there's these lights kind of go underneath the bed, and they go around this area through the cabinets. So if I shut these lights on in here, you can see how I'm shutting all these lights off around. It gives you a nice little amount of light that gives you just enough light to not disturb other people when you're waking up. And then if you go into the cabinet, you can see that there's a cedar kit that's been in there in all the cabinets, well, the front bedroom cabinets. And then of course they have these little LED lights, puck lights, that can come on to brighten things up a little bit. But over the master bed, also LED lights. We went ahead and spun the original TV around so that you could see it from the master bedroom without having to swap for other people on the other side of the RV. There is a ceiling fan in here, so it will run pull air, push air, however you want it, 3 different speeds. And then there's also, I think everybody who RVs can benefit from these. This is just a plug that goes up there. It helps keep the heat in or the heat out, depending on the season. So it's kind of, this bed also got rid of the original RV mattress that wasn't so comfortable. This is a Sealy Posturepedic, and it has a foam mattress topper on it, so it makes it really comfortable. And when we were out there at the generator, I told you about that generator supply. Around here is a little remote control, so you can start and stop the generator without actually having to get out of bed. And then there's a second one right over here above the key racks that we put these little hooks in here. But here's the second one, and then also the instructions, like if you forget, like, oh, this is start, this is choke, this is stop. So pretty cool. We got a weather station, and all the panels in here, or all the switches, have been switched to residential type switches. So this is that outside light, the white one. This is the inside lights. There's a dimmer switch for these lights. That's the outside floods. We also have under cabinet lights. So if I turn the lights off in here and you step back, you can kind of see a nice little glow. Let me shut some of these lights off. So say you're closing down for the night, put your kids into the bunks, but you still want to be able to walk to get around. So that gives a nice little ambience light that you can still see what you're doing. Turn these lights back on. If you like the light bright, here's that light switch I was showing you for the outside, that motion sensor light. That's it right there. All right, so starting from the front of the living space, we went ahead and upgraded the TV for the living space, put it on a swivel mount area. So if you're over here, there we go. And you want to sit down in one of these comfy recliners that we got rid of the couch, you can pivot this table or this TV right over to you. Now, all of this is running off of a 2,000 watt inverter. For the front half of the RV runs off the inverter, no longer is on the generator or shore power, so that when you're dry camping, you don't want to hear that generator running when you're listening to music or watching a movie. Or in the outlets up front, they have USB plugs in them, so you can just kind of do everything you want to do without listening to the generator. We also have a nice little spot right here, so if your phones are on a little magnetic mount, So you're using your phone as a hotspot for the Wi-Fi for your TVs or movies. Right now we just got Fast and Furious there. I mean, it's an old movie, but just threw it in there so you can see the TV working. This radio is an upgrade. It's got the Bluetooth in it, so you can stream music wirelessly to your from your phone to the music and speakers inside. It's got your inside speakers, which are upgraded 8-inch in-hole speakers. You can see the additional space that was needed to get these guys in there. And then of course, Zone 3 is going to be your outside speakers. We upgraded those to Pioneers. Those are marine speakers. And then like I mentioned, we're ham operators. So here is our ham radio. So when we're out in the desert and we're talking with friends or race teams, whatever we got, the antenna top spins up. And that's our little base station right there. And that inverter I was telling you about is powered just down inside here. So if the camera kind of pans back there, there's a little on off for it right there. Just push that button and it will turn the inverter on and off. Right here is a little power switch. We can turn that guy on. You look in the cabinets, you can see that we now have lights inside of our cabinets, both on top and down below. And then there's our inverter. And you can see those lights are kind of nice to see stuff in the dark at nighttime. Let's go back over here, turn it off, and I can turn the inverter off. Of course, the TV and all that stuff shuts off. So spinning around, we got rid of the couch that was in here. It had a little flip out couch, and you had to put an air mattress on it for people to stay with you if they wanted to camp with you. With the bunks in the back, we weren't really worried about that. So we decided, these comfy chairs, that's right, were so much better. And when we're out at a race somewhere, we can turn them around, watch the view out the windows. Clearly in the yard here, it's more of a view of the chickens than it is a racetrack. It's all good. So those guys are nice, and that's that. LED lights, again, in all the fixtures, which gives you the ability to see things. I have sometimes hard time seeing things when it's dark, so it works for me. And more lights. Puck lights. We added some split shelving inside the cabinets so that stuff can be separated on different levels, make more use of the space. Set up a little, oh, here we go. This was important too. Traveling down the road, we added a second one of these latches. With just one, if you have canned goods in here, the cabinet door would come open, but with two of them, it holds it shut. So you never worry about losing stuff on the floor and a surprise when you come in. Same thing up here. Did some split shelving in here. Let's get the coffee maker on the side, some plates and cups, and all those things are kind of separated and stored nicely. Right below you, this is probably one of two amazing upgrades that we did. We put this large 25-inch deep kitchen sink in here. So, and then this residential faucet. So turn the water on real quick. You can see hear the pump come on, and you got two different patterns with this guy. Got your spray and your regular, and the plastic one that came in this RV was horrible. It was small, maybe like 8 inches deep. So if you were more than not even 6 people, like if you had more than like 3 people, just the amount of dishes from cooking for 3 was like a full sink. Now you can do everything you need. The cutting board fits right in here. A drying rack sits on top. Got the dishwasher soap right here on the side, so that everything's kind of compact, easy to go. And there's another little fruit tray that goes in there as well. So, and this guy comes out, and you can move it around, do what you need to do with your dishes and spraying and things like that. So yeah, that was a huge upgrade right there. The other thing we did that was really huge was put this wooden magnetic block along the back wall here behind the stove. So spatulas, knives, we're good. And then the spice rack over here as well was kind of huge to make sure that, you know, things that we need are close. Got rid of all the RV plugs that were in here and put GCFI breakers around the cooking area just to be safe. I know that they were all connected to a single previously, but now it just feels safer having those individual. And moving back here to the bunk space. Again, LED lights in the bunk space. Get rid of that ladder. There's a new ladder out of the way here for a second. Lower bunk. This was huge. I think the cameraman here can say how amazing this mattress is. This is a 5-inch. Also, everything in here we've got came off Amazon, but this is a 5-inch foam mattress made for RVs.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Up here, we just got the double stack memory foams. I had a buddy sleep with her, said it was still great. You know, for a 37-year-old man to say it was comfy, that's cool. But we also added up here is a little bar and some privacy curtains. So people want to go to sleep or just want privacy, have some curtains right there. Nice to do. Privacy is huge. This was a big upgrade right here. In the first couple months we on the RV, what was it, Dometic that was on there, we'd have 15-degree temperature swings in here. It'd go hot and then really, really cold. Hot and really, really cold. So we put this residential style in here, and it keeps the temperature within about 2 or 3 degrees of what you actually set it. And it's super nice. We also replaced the heat vents, the registers in the floor. So one here, one right there in the kitchen space, and then one up by the bedroom with something a little nicer to the style of the RV. Into the bathroom, got rid of the plastic seat and went with a solid wood. This is already a porcelain toilet instead of those plastic ones, so that was nice. But we had a plastic seat, so keeping with this bathroom, we switched the switch out to a residential. It's a, you know, went with black there, just with the black sink, black. Oh, speaking of sinks, another huge upgrade. Got rid of the tiny little plastic bowl that was in, or sink that was in here. We put this vessel in here, bowl. And now this guy here just kind of comes up. It gives you lots of space to work up here. The outlet up here also has USB. So if you're in here showering, you also can charge your phone or listen to music, whatever you're doing. Something that helps save space. We put this towel rack up here. There's only one towel left in here. We just got back from a trip, so if things look a little dirty in the video, it's because we really haven't cleaned the RV yet. So, and right here, cameraman, you can see both of us. I added this second cabinet. Like I said, we just got back from a trip, so I need to shave. But one thing for me, when I'm doing the back of my neck, I need 2 mirrors so that I can see what I'm doing. So I added this one here, and it's nice between multiple people staying in the RV or camping for a week or so. You have the additional space for all of your toiletries. We also got rid of whatever rod was in there before. We did a curved shower curtain rod in here, so that we just have a little more space when you're in here.
We're sure gonna try to squeeze in there.
This trailer's not too bad. I'm 6'1", 73 inches tall, and my head's inside here, so this, I can deal with it. It's okay. But right here in front of me, we added this little spot or little rack right here, so that when we're out, everyone has a space for the soap, the loofahs. But we put this shower head in here. This guy has like 6 different settings, and it still has an off setting. So when you're trying to conserve water, instead of having to shut your water off every time, you can just move this thing over to shut it off and then get it back on. One of the upgrades you can't see is inside the wall. I put a check valve on the hot water side, because if you guys have ever been in an RV and shut the water off, you notice that the cold water has more pressure going through it than the hot water, and it pushes back into the hot. So you go to turn it back on, and you get cold water right away, and it makes you feel like you're starting all over. So the check valve, huge, so the cold water doesn't push back. So that's kind of the bathroom here, and except for that little hook right there, it makes it easy to keep the broom out of the way. This guy here, it's actually supposed to be hung in a toilet. Promise you it's never been in a toilet, but at nighttime, let me see if I can just block just the light without blocking the whole thing. I don't know. But anyway, it's a motion light, so it just gives you... I think we're trying to make too much out of you. It will come on, it gives you a nice little nightlight glow in the bathroom here. So if you're trying to get it here when it's dark outside, or in the middle of the night, you're not waking everyone up. Because if you look at this light up here, got rid of the RV light here, and this guy is bright. So it's super nice. You can see everything when you're shaving. Also behind you in the living room here, right there, I'll go ahead and flip the switch on. You can see that I installed 2 of them out here, and it gives you a lot of light. So, yep, I think those are kind of the upgrades that we've done. I think I just went over about 40 of them. yeah, the towel rack, just put this guy up here. Let me see. Oh, the solar panel. This is by Go Power. And it does do Bluetooth to your phone, so you can monitor it from your phone. Up front, I do have 3 100 amp hour deep cycle gel batteries. So that kind of really works really well with that inverter I showed you to keep everything powered up when we're out camping off grid. So that's kind of what we've done with our trailer here. I think we added another fire extinguisher, a CO2 alarm, and yeah, that's it. We've enjoyed this trailer for a couple years now and had we still have some more upgrades we'd like to do to it. There's always things that you always want to do, but I think those were the things that really kind of made it ours. The biggest ones, if you were to go do something, I'd say the sinks, both in the kitchen and the bathroom, are huge in terms of livability when you're on the weekend or your week. So guys, thank you for checking out the video. Hopefully it wasn't too long-winded. I know my cameraman's now that it's dark, ready for bed, so thank you.